Hi Aries, this is Jeffrey. This is Red Color. This is the reading for the week of May 16th through the 23rd. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I'm offering 30-minute readings for $40 through the end of May. I have a lovely line of astrology t-shirts and stickers. It reminds me I have to do my Instagram today. I forget. Okay. What else? I think that's it. Yeah. All that information for all that stuff is below. And winding my way through the fire signs. I do a different order every week. I get bored. So you're in the middle this week. Some weeks you begin, some weeks you end. Most weeks, you're in the middle just like everybody else. Most weeks are in the middle. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Hanged Man. 3 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. First I kind of want to talk about how, in a way, I read cards. What it evolved into. This wasn't my intent, really. Just sort of what happened. So when you read 3 cards, what I think most people generally read is like, this is where you're at, this is your challenge, and this is the outcome, right? That's a traditional way to read. Another way to read them would be, this is the past, this is the present, this is the future. Okay. For me, I combine them into an energy. I don't know why I do that. It's sort of just the way things ended up being. And it seems to work. It does work. So there's one thing it's all about one's intent. It's all about one's intent. There's other ways to read the cards where, let's say somebody asks me a question, and then you ask a question, I would do something like how, why, where. So you have to ask that question, and then you throw one card on how, through, when, where, who. Okay. For me, I throw them into like this soup in a way. And generally, if I have a big card, I read the big card as like the big picture, and then the other ones is the details, which is kind of the way you read cards anyway. Okay. I don't want to explain that all to you, but I am. Part of it is what I want, and I guess is one's intent. This is the Hanged Man. It's a fascinating card. This is Odin. Odin is kind of like the Zeus of the Norse mythology. He's like the king of gods. He gives birth to a lot of gods. And Odin is really weird and fascinating in that Odin has the gift of prophecy. And in Norse mythology, prophecy is considered a woman's heart, right? Very much an aspect of the feminine. So it's very odd and sort of not masculine for him to have that gift. So he's, in a way, he's sort of shunned. So what does he do? He doubles down. He gouges out his own eye. It's wild, right? And he puts himself on the tree of life upside down. And he does that in order so that he can gain more knowledge of prophecy, more knowledge of the realms. He doubles down into the gift that he has, even though it's not a gift he's not supposed to. It's like a male ballet dancer or a female construction worker. You understand? Not that women can't do construction and men can't do ballet, because so there's an element of sacrifice here, willing sacrifice. It's willing sacrifice in order to have a deeper. It's not so much to gain something. It's really to have a deeper understanding and a deeper vision and a deeper, a wider, a longer, wider, more profound understanding. That's what it's about. And then the two cards you get on either side is, one is the contract, right? This is about a contract. This is about three people. It's in the dark, so that's a little odd. But these are traditionally, it's the architect, the priest, and the craftsperson getting together at night in the church to decide on how they're going to work together and who's going to bring what to the table. And so it's a contract. It's basically a contract. It's creativity and a contract, and it's generally community, involves other people. So maybe there's something you need to let go of. It's like, well, I want to play all roles. Or maybe there's something you need to let go of. It's like, I don't really like this guy. He does a really good job. I don't really like him. It's like, yeah, but can he do a good job? It's like, do you have to like him? Sometimes, we have to deal with people that we don't really like. That's life, darling. Then you get this 5. So this 5 is really weird. The 5 is either an exchange of ideas, an exchange of creative ideas, or everybody comes to the table, but nobody agrees on anything. Everybody, screams and yells and goes on and on about what they think and what they want. Nobody has anything in common. So maybe there's something you need to sacrifice or see in a different way in order to get a contract going on. I feel like that's the message. Maybe there's something you need to let go of, or pause and say, I don't know. I don't really love this guy, but he's available. The price is good, and he'll get the job done. So maybe we should work with him, even though he wasn't my ideal choice. See, because the difference between this card and this card is that no one's getting along here. Here, everyone's getting along. Right? Everyone knows their job. Everyone knows their job, and everyone's going to do their job. Here, I'm the king, I'm the king, I'm the king, I'm the king. Can you see a bigger picture? Can you see something further out? Can you see something from a different point of view, from another point of view, from another's point of view? Can you see it for the benefit of the community? Like if you're building something to benefit the community, sometimes it's like, okay, I think a pool is a really bad idea, but everybody else wants a pool and it's going to increase tourism or whatever it is. It's like, well, we'll make a pool. Sometimes, I think, well, and then, 5 years, 10 years later, it's like, actually, it really did work out. It was a good idea. I'm going to throw one more card on that, on what you'll gain. Because I think last week was also about remain still. This is what you'll gain. I asked the question, that's why I got this answer. This is what you'll gain. What you'll gain is an emotional healing. So how it's the difference between going on a diet, right? If you're going on a diet and you think to yourself, I'm suffering, I need those cookies, without the cookies, I won't be full, right? Oh, I'm just going to do it until I lose the 20 pounds, and then I can eat as many cookies as I want. And the difference between that or sacrificing the cookies, right? And thinking of it as a gift. It's like, I'm really taking care of myself. You know, the sugar is really bad for me. There's nothing in the cookies that has any nutritional value, even if they're fruit cookies. Because believe me, I can talk myself into all that. Chocolate's a health food, you know. And it is, but, you know, not usually the way we eat it. Yeah, I once read this article on something, and they said, you know, all these like nutritionists, and they eat like, you know, a square of chocolate this big every day. I could eat a bar of chocolate that big every day, just square of chocolate. Like, let's not even go there. So, how can you get from a conflict or a place where everyone's opinion needs to be heard and nobody actually gets anything done to a contract where people get along? So, yeah, so what's the difference in like, well, the difference is things get done. You might not get everything you want. It's kind of like, you know, you have your dream house and, you know, you want this and you want that and la, 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 la. And then you realize it's like, well, I ain't got the money, or the land isn't the right land for all this. It's like, well, I really, really wanted this, but, you know, can I settle, or can I make do, or can I make work with, I don't know, less, let's say less rooms, or a smaller garden, or etc. It's like, well, can I sacrifice that because that's really whatever, you know, like let's say you really want a greenhouse. I'm just giving you an example. I just come up with these things out of the top of my head. You really want a greenhouse, and everybody else in the family really wants a family room, and it's the same price or whatever, or it's going to be the same place. Sometimes in order to, you know, get the contract going and to get, you know, everyone to be at peace and working in a sense of harmony, it's like, well, I'm going to let go of the greenhouse until another day comes, and then I'll have my greenhouse or whatever. And then maybe, you know, the family room, you'll end up putting a billiard thing in it, and, you know, you'll love it. I'd rather have a greenhouse. I think there's a healing coming in terms of if you compromise. If you compromise and if you see the bigger picture, I think that there could be a nourishing and a healing involved. That's what really the end of the day is the reading. Anyway, God bless you. If you ever do get the greenhouse, invite me over. I'll bring a beautiful plant. I'll bring cookies, chocolate. And I'm not going to bring one cookie. Don't worry. Pounds. Oh, I'll take a half a pound. I'd like 2 pounds of cookies, please. I'm going to my friend's house. How many of there are you? Him and I. Make it 3 pounds. Blessings.